party. To a sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family owner, welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohammed. Today again, we got some interesting issues that we get for come for them a better one. One of the issue where catch we attention, first thing first, I would say Lord puts first now the first, the issue of NEC finally, according to the information we get, they don't release the data, they don't give a copy of the hard drive to Richard Conte, where represents the APC na all political party committee liaison. They don't hand over. We get a short clip where go back and put. But for let this thing take place first, now back and forth. In fact, APC, as we talk, they don't take the Ecsl na courts, they don't take Mohamed Kone na courts. That's one. Secondly, we also look at the UN Security Council. As you know, Salon don't become one of the 10 non-permanent members. What did they mean for you? What in this actually get for benefit to us a country? And we'll look at some social media videos there where they make counts, and plus you text always, you comment, go make the program lively and more interesting. We advise that if for be civil, right, appropriately respectful. Remember, we get the right not for read any text we get some ash word, or maybe somebody won't just try for say because, or you get some I mean, you know now. So Lord just put in that civil way, we will fend them for read them. So I'm not gonna side with they can just now for camp for them part the issue better.
Talking Point platform for news every day. Now we country salute for education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TV.
Not a secret, every person in a salon where they follow the election business, no say tug of war day between APC, the main opposition party, and NEC. On the issue, we don't talk about Boku te will not get for repeat again. Pull data, not pull data. Now so the law say, not so the law say. Ecsl say for privacy sake and not on it the process, we not go pull data. APC says so no, not also them be do last year, our last election, 3 months towards the election, don't pull everybody don't know second for go vote, everything become clear and easy for people. We serve as political party, we don't find way for strategize and put the resources, deploy resources to different political party and assets there. But this time around, delay don't cut inside. Waiting at the point, one are the delay. Back and forth. So finally, APC look like say them tired with the back and forth and decide for going to court. But once they go to court, I think Ecsl decides, say, you know what? Let's just release this thing, let people let it come on our head. So as soon as they see from the list, that was the notice of motion where the APC Kego Ecsl gonna court as well as Mohamed Kone. But before we come Panande, I know say a lot of people don't they wait for this, whether actually Ecsl go release her. Well, finally, this now like a breaking news. Lord just look at the statement from the regional coordinator, commissioner rather, where they announce they don't release the raw data where APC be wants all along. Listen this one.
Commissioner for Western Region, and she is Commissioner Zainab Umusi. Welcome, Commissioner. And in our midst, we have political party members as well as members of the media. can we know who is here? I've already introduced to you the commissioner who is going to chair this session. It's going to be a brief ceremony anyway, but it is very much important. The importance will be highlighted by the commissioner. I'm Albert Asako, is the Director of External Relations. My own role is to liaise between the Ecsl and our stakeholders in this context, the political parties. So we want to know who is here. Can we start from you?
I'm Hassan Bambua from Film Lady Reporter.
Richard Conte, APC.
Abdul Fatih, APC. Just the first contact is my name, coming from Culture Radio. Albert Saban, SAPP. Charles Mambu, APC.
John Kuroma, APC.
Everything is paper.
Honest actual
And then of course my colleague.
Christopher Jones, Ecsl.
You all welcome. As I mentioned, this is a very important moment, but the importance of today will be highlighted by the Electoral Commissioner that is in charge as I speak, and I will hand over to the Electoral Commissioner.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let me start by stating that I'm trying my best to fit my feet into the shoes of my boss. He's unavoidably absent. I would have loved to be here, but he's somehow engaged in other activities. That's the reason why I asked him to step. We're here to officially present to you, political parties, the final list of voters, the much talked about final list of voters. We had a meeting yesterday in which we agreed that this document will be presented to the political parties today. And the reason for the delays, we did say it is not in the law that we should at any point in time present the documents to do a month to the elections. And moreover, we were trying to get our act together. When we did the registration, so many people asked.
All right, so Fambo, that was just a short one where the commissioner for Western Area finally don't say, they don't release the data. But one go on asks, why all this drama? Is it just kind of a form of maybe just a distraction, or why we reach to this level first? Now, then before I start, take a look at this one. Listen, this one from AYV, Adi Macaulay, and NEC, the operational person. Listen, this one.
Parties that we could not provide you with that figure. Why? Because election is a process. There are several activities that need to be concluded before we can provide to political parties disaggregated data by center. One such activity is, for instance, transfer of registration. Now, the law provides that as a registered voter, within a period of time, you have the right to transfer your registration from one center to another center if you so desire, if you have changed place of residence. And we know we have to accommodate that because it's part of the law. So, when that happens, definitely, you will have a shift of voters from centers to another center, a decrease in one and an increase in another, depending on the transfer. So because of that reason, for instance, and also because we had not distributed the voter registration card, we said we could not provide you with that information. But we made it clear that that information is going to be provided sooner once we've concluded these exercises. And once we concluded the transfer of voter registration and concluded the distribution of voter registration card as specified, we posted the disaggregated voter registration figure by center on our website. And then what happens? The APC came back and said No, that's not what we'll be asking for. We'll be asking for voter register, which is not true. I can read you a letter sent by the APC to the Ecsl specifically requesting for disaggregated data by center, even making reference to the fact that our data was announced based on district total and national total, but they would prefer disaggregated data by center. And when we posted that one on our website, they didn't even acknowledge that one. The rather came back and said, no, that's not what we asked for. We're asking you for this information, nobody receiving it, which is completely false.
Okay, we will come back to you. Let's move to Adi Macaulay. He has explained the process of how you what you asked for, and it has been provided. But repeatedly yesterday, the deputy chairman also did an open letter requesting same, and you've been on social media, raising concern on this issue. What is the APC asking for?
Firstly, Lamrana, let me demystify the confusion the Director of Operations, Mr. Toure, is creating here. We have to know that there are distinctions between the register and the number of voters. What he is alluding to is that they've provided us disaggregated numbers of people registered to vote. And all the letters, starting with the one on the 22nd of March, the 23rd of April, and I believe on the 4th of May, June, what we are asking for is disaggregated voter register. Register is different from figures. When they were doing the display of provisional voter register, it was a disaggregated voter register they displayed. What do I mean by this? When you go to a particular registration center, which is also going to serve as a polling center, all the people that are registered in that particular centers have their names exhibited. That is what we are asking for. What they've done is, they've given us, this particular center, 500 people registered there. I don't know whether...
Without the names?
Without the names. I don't know whether... Of course, he just said it. He said he provided us the figures, the disaggregated figures. But what we are asking for is the register. And when you look at Section 13 of the Public Elections Act of 2022, it says that a voter register includes the name, address, photo, sex, signature, thumbprint of the voter. I am not sure, in all seriousness, he believes that numbers include all those information. But let's just say this. Whenever you see a public institution like NEC is seeking a refuge in the law, in the face of public scrutiny, it is evidence that they are running away from accountability. And NEC cannot run away from accountability because it is the mandate of NEC to give us free, fair, and credible elections. And there is no way you can give to this country free, fair, and credible elections without you being accountable to the very people who are the end users of your services.
All right, so Famwo, that was the argument back 2 days ago. Back and forth at the show now, give we the data, we'll not give you the data, not to say we'll not done it, wait for we, no, wait for us, and no, one small mistake there, and no, this is just too chaotic, it was just confusion, but I think when our voice is there, they make this clear, believe me or not, when our voices matter, them program there, they go far and wide. Sometimes when they listen, now I will sit down and they call on Mohammed Kone. We say, let's think about Salon. Let's think about the future of the country. Let's think about the security of the country. They at stake right now. Salon Day in the crossroad either will make or break. But one of the possible way, actually, not to President Biosef, The real person who gets the fate of Sierra Leone right now rests on the shoulders of Mohamed Kone. That make we urgent, and we continue for urgent. Let do as best as possible. Let make sure say the process transparent. I mean, invite the stakeholders, people where, I mean, technically, if you look at her, the C and the ECSL are just like a client. I mean, the APC now like a customer where they come to the ECSL for provide service for them, which means they get obligation for treat the customer well. In this case, the political parties where now like the stakeholders, and by law, it clear they get rights for no waiting them here for. But perhaps some people have said maybe this is not just a distraction, a tactics, because there was no need for Lewy for reach this. People in the talk on social media now say neck one wog. At the end of the day, neck end up for pull the according to. Well, what you understand, Richard Conte receive Richard Conte don't receive the hard drive, we say the disaggregated data day. We say the names, the address, the sex, date of birth of the people we get for go vote. Where this is one key demand of the APC back then. So it seems as if for now we don't cross this path. Neck with neck, you know, we now old school, we don't use for the same neck. ECSL, we want tell na thank you, wanna listen to Salon people. It's fine. That side day, una don't try. Even though it late, but it better late than never. Because if not be pull this, we go into election. Don't the outcome of the election not reflects perhaps, or the people no satisfy other people when stakeholders will be the call for this, then we'll get recourse, then we'll get something for argue say the reason make not be pulled for we force the result the disaggregated numbers or people and because I want to do this XYZ. Of course, even APC don't accuse NEC ECSL say they will rig the election because everything they do according to a day in secrecy. However, ECSL they don't take them carry them on a courts. Now, if you watch them on screen, you will see say the APC they don't take ECSL na court. This now lengthy and 14 pages now in the ASU. Now, why then take them to court? One of the reasons why they take them to court now because of them then the issue of the disaggregated voter where they no one release. We finally don't release, but however, they don't file this, don't go to court. Now, in the court statement, there are other issues than they were APC put where they want to make the court look into. Now, we don't know if this go be something where the court go say, then go adjourn, or then go put an injunction, maybe stop the election. We don't know because only courts get power to do so. The courts now get power. Perhaps some of the concern of APC, maybe, I just say maybe, another prejudice justice here, maybe. Courts go decide, say, based on what I don't put so, if them found guilty, Mohamed Kone and ECSL say them violate the laws and the laws and the justice system decide for straightening the record, perhaps there might be postponement of election, injunction, and also they happen. Please. The person not misquote me. I just say because APC still not satisfied. Now they're in a court. You remember the other day we played that clip from Ahmed Sisse Esquire, where say they're going to court. And finally, it seems as if they listen to her, then go to court. Now, let's watch. Perhaps it's not clear on your screen. Let's see quick one, but what them put? Why they go to court? Of course, one of the reasons I don't know. And NEC don't budge, they don't give out the data according to the information we get. Now, let we read this one, quick one. All right. This one, then do one yesterday. Today the 8th, eh? I don't know if it's today or the 8th. Let's. Okay, I think that yesterday. All right, okay. Now, according to this document they sent for me, then say In the High Court of Sierra Leone General Division, in the matter of Section 134 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act number 6 of 1991, in the matter of Section 1, subsection 7, Section 7, subsection 1, G, and subsection H, 13, 18, 88, subsection 3, 91, subsection 1, 92, subsection 1, 92, and subsection 2, and 93, subsection 3 of the Public Election Act of 17 of 2022. In the matter of an application for the judicial review pursuant to Order 52nd of the High Court Rules Constitutional Instrument number 8 of 2007. Now, between this matter, now between one, the first applicant here, now the All People's Congress APC. The second applicant, now Lansana Doumbouya, Esquire, National Secretary General of the All People's Congress. Now, versus the respondents, that's the person who gets, where then two people here, then two entity here gets case roots, one, Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, and the second respondent, that now the Chief Electoral Commission, when Mohamed Kone. So it seems as if APC as a party take NEC as a body, as an institution. APC as an institution take NEC as an institution can go to court. Donc, Lansana Doumbouya, when are the Secretary General, the National Secretary General for APC, take Mohamed Kone na court. Now, so it appears so. Because the two institutions then kept this go to court. So it's interesting. Now, what's in this thing? They say originating notice of motion. Take notice that the High Court of Sierra Leone, sitting at Law Court Building, Siaka Stevens Street, Freetown, will be moved at the expiration of 14 days from the date of service upon you of this notice. Or so, soon after, as the counsel may be heard by counsel on the hearing of an application for and on behalf of the applicant, herein for the following reliefs. That this honorable grant an order of mandamus directing the Chief Electoral Commissioner of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone to immediately provide first applicant who is a registered political party, the National Register of Voters. One of the reasons where they carry them going to court now for provide one thing for so they want the disaggregated number when they don't pull on now, but then we don't carry them going to court. Then we don't carry them going to court before then we don't go to court before then the neck they finally pull on. So then we ask court for let the court give them authority. Now if you watch the then say the honor grant Mamandos like na big na judicial term where like they give order, a powerful body or somebody they give an order for let you do a command, Mamandos, which the first respondent had faithfully undertaken. Okay, I think we for Komon-Tok because they don't release and don't. I think we for Komon-Tok because I'll not go back again because we get 14 pages and for read. This one, I think NEC don't fit. I don't think say they for reader because NEC don't say don't reach issue. I will get information say Richard Conte don't receiver. So I think if we just push law no border again because NEC don't release the data and APC don't take them in a court and not just take NEC in a court for one thing, then take them and carry them in a court for multiple of things. One of the things like this, so law commodity, law no born time again, and so law wash go na the other side, who side then gets issue. Now so I look like say for do because. The other side, then we then get an issue. While I'll save time, so let we see. All right, okay. I think let we wash quickly on the wire. The other issues and we APC puts forward. Now, Lansana Doumbouya. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, Lansana Doumbouya, National Secretary General of the All People's Congress, and of 11A-old railway line with Freetown in Sierra Leone area of the Republic of Sierra Leone, make an oath as saying, one, that I am the head of the administration of the first applicant political party and have been authorized to depose of these affidavits. That you get command from the APC for make he submit this notice to the courts. That I am the National Secretary General herein after NSG of the All People's Congress, that the first applicant herein, unless otherwise stated, the fact deposed herein, and we are within my knowledge and belief as NSG of the APC, and is based on information and documents and that are on have been in my custody and control. The National Secretary General, I am on the administrative head of the party and all secretariat. Family look like say this Iboku. This now more of like lawyer tam there explain, go back and forth. And I just probably save myself time and we all time. Let me just paraphrase because I be don't read that anyway. Now, don't look what they want. APC say one of the things where they get concerned, data consolidation into a single unit. The deduplication, this is the stage where duplicate registrant data are eliminated. Publish the provisional voter registration to the public. Exhibition exercise of the provisional voter register to allow registrants who took part in the registration exercise to confirm their detail and or correct errors. The Commission will use exhibition exercise to conduct inquiries and appropriate address all rejection, objections, and appeal, updates the provisional voter registered and the final voter. But anyway, I like a 14 page anyway, as I see in a 14 page. So la summarize everything for people. Now the same issue where people don't need to, one of the issue they want to know waiting the software when NEC use. The software when NEC they use for tally, because according to NEC, they get for use the software this time around for tally. So APC want to know who that provide this, who side then go get this according, so they're gonna court for that. They also want to know the ballot box, who that prints the ballot box. And ECSL not tell them according to APC. And they also want to know the leftover, the documents then, like them people, some man, you know, say after the register, some man don't die, some man don't travel, some man don't sick. How then the user, then keep her where somebody go take it and again go vote. So all of these combined make them in a court. So it left to the court for interpret and say otherwise. So we go keep an eye on it and follow the due process and come back. A lot of arguments don't go around. Next, say they don't do their best. That APC just they cry like a crying baby, and that there's no need. In fact, SLPP be there by this argument. Let's see if we will count SLPP. Then you take what in and think about NEC. Let's see if we will counter. Let's listen this. What in SLPP? Then you make up of this.
The SLPP so far satisfied with the post systems and processes of the Electoral Commission in terms of issuing out the voter register, as you mentioned, and other processes. Are you satisfied?
Well, Lamara, good morning, and thank you very much for having me. We, the Sierra Leone People's Party, we are equally so looking forward to receiving the disaggregated data at polling station level across the country, because that will definitely aid, the efficiency of the political party, us, to ensure that we are able to monitor, know the actual voters that should vote in a particular polling station across the country. Having said that, I think to a very large extent, we have been deeply involved with the Ecsl in terms of engagement, on their electoral processes until where we are at the moment. And to a very large extent, even though there were some challenges, at the initial stage, but the Sierra Leone People's Party has been understanding enough with some of those challenges in ensuring that, NEC is allowed to, Ecsl is allowed to, conduct this election free and fair, despite those challenges. So, as a political party, we are equally looking forward to receiving the data, the disaggregated data, because the significance of that cannot be overemphasized. It will not only benefit the APC or the SLPP, even other political parties, because only then you have polling stations that will be able to know if a voter comes in that, yes, I was registered here and I am here to vote, and you look at the data, and that data should be shared amongst every participating partners that will be in that particular polling center. Say, for example, the NEC officers, the political party polling agents, even elections observers within that particular center, they'll be able to verify that, yes, indeed, this individual was registered here, look at his face and his name, match, the name that is, matches the name that is in his or her ID card. So we are equally looking forward to that, But generally, I must admit that the Ecsl has done, a great deal of work, generally to a very large extent, because taking into account, the challenges, that they faced initially and how they'll be able to conduct, especially getting political parties along, that is key. And we've been calling political parties, I want to admit on behalf of the SLPP that we've been witnessing attending those political party meetings and sharing, discussing, for every stage. I want to believe they have been calling political parties, ensuring that they share just those challenges with those political parties and ensuring that they have a common ground and see how they're able to address most of these issues. So if you ask me on behalf of the Sierra Leone People's Party whether we are satisfied, we are equally looking forward to the data, definitely, but to a very large extent, I want to submit that despite the challenges, we've been so understanding, and the conduct of the elections so far, the entire electioneering process, to a very large extent, they've done their best in ensuring that we are able to conduct the elections free, efficiently, and fairly, so that anybody who, everybody will have equal opportunity to actually participate, especially voters, and know and monitor also those processes until the final day.
All right, so Family, where all these happen, SLPP, yeah, either your side, then say they show significant understanding because of the challenges we NEC get, all that stuff, then the Ecsl. And that, in fact, quite in the other part of the video, they are satisfied so far. And they say they look forward for all the disaggregated voter. But anyway, for that, we just get balanced views and let man know how they happen. Then not be say SLPP, they talk nothing about this thing. They don't know, say, because that's our stakeholders. Okay, so I think that side we don't clarify that side, but we go come back very soon whenever we get any information regarding the case where APC take Keguna court. They don't sue them two institutions. They don't sue Mohamed Kone as well as NEC. Anything where the courts do, definitely, I know say we will get information, but that will come. So that one they will tap down. Sorry, we'll never read all the way to them put it to book 14 pages. So damn too. So no one put let not be too boring for now, Boku big jargon in this. So now just left that and this. So now, but all this they happen. We get like an advice from okay, now they will put on last probably. I know say a lot of people enjoy hear about Sierra Leone going to the United Nations Security Council. But family, this if I follow week help people and make them understand. Salon as a country, we get huge responsibility. We all, especially for the one that we got give small knowledge for help, for sensitize, let people understand. Now, I'll play for now one short clip where Professor Francis talk immediately on Tuesday where Salon finally voted into the Security Council, non-permanent Security Council, among 10 people within this meeting. Now listen.
Made it possible for Sierra Leone to represent the West African sub-region, but also to thank the African Union as the endorsed candidate, guaranteeing a clean slate candidature to the Security Council. In addition, for all the regional groupings who have collectively and individually voted for us, we have no doubt that coming back to the Security Council, we will bring two important things. One, we bring resilience. A country that is no longer defined by its past, the past of war, the past of Ebola and mudslide. But it shows a resilient people, a resilient country, and hence back onto the global stage to take its rightful place. Second, we bring hope. We bring hope to all the war-torn countries in the world, from Ukraine to Afghanistan to Iraq to Sudan to Yemen to Arab Israeli, that it can be done. Sierra Leone is a living example of resilience and hope. So it is on that note, and to the people of Sierra Leone, we are thankful to our president, whose vision and leadership has made this possible. His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio, who said Sierra Leone has to play an important role and share the experience that we have with the rest of the world. And it's on that note that I recognize the tremendous contribution of our president, His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio, and the new direction government. This is a huge vote of confidence for Sierra Leone on the international stage. And let me end by thanking our team, our ambassador, Ambassador Alhaji Fandi Toure and his...
All right, so Fumble, all of this still they take place. One question probably would in your mind. What is in there for the ordinary person? What's in there for you? What's in there for me? Because people don't understand. This is not the problem what we get in a salon. We leaders and they're not keen do enough for sensitize the ordinary man. Now it's also confusion on social media. Confusion. What's in this, the salon government, the gladdy, we don't do this, we don't do this. What's in this? People don't understand what you mean. What's in this mean for the person, ordinary person? Now, in fact, for see how this is so personal, how this is so important, you see, even the president he make a whole statement on that. Now, let's see if we go bring Kanande before we can analyze what in this mean for you. We go Kande, Lord, we just say what in President Bio say about this. He was so excited. In fact, when he listen where they talk, if you are like, in voice the Boku Boku campaign then, so in voice not even clear. But however, I still go ahead and make this. So let's see if we'll count. All right, so Fambo, listen this one. Come on. So you go. So you gonna go. All right. Okay.
It is with profound honor and a deep sense of fulfillment that I convey to you the news that Sierra Leone, for the first time in 53 years, and for only the second time in this country's history, has been elected as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. Sierra Leone last served on the Council in 1970 to 1971. Our return to the United Nations Security Council is a generational accomplishment. It is a testament to my government's transformation of Sierra Leone's international reputation and standing, and our immense foreign policy gains in line with our Sierra Leone People's Party 2018 New Direction People's Manifesto. Our presence on the United Nations Security Council represents our unique success as a democratic and peaceful country of resilience and unbounded optimism.
All right, so Fambul, I know say this, a lot of people at watching. We just want to make a point that this was so personal and so important for the president that he come out and make a statement despite a voice. Now, the thing is, on social media, we see a correction. Silver Blyden, jump on this one, quick one. Silver Blyden on this. You see what's in Silver puts? Sylvia Blyden put smart on this. Sylvia Blyden say on Twitter, if you go on Twitter, they see this. He say, indeed, we are happy and proud, HE President Bill, but allow me to respectfully correct you that this is the third time our mighty Sierra Leone is being elected to the United Nations Security Council. Under the HE Seca Stevens, we were elected in 1969 to sit in 1970 and then again elected in 1970 to sit in 1971, sir. So, they say public mistake, now public correction. When President Bill tweets, now Twitter say now the second term this are no longer the opportunity for going to the United Nations Security Council. Dr. Silver Blyden jump, he said, no, la correct you, sir, respectfully. That now the third term this. And in fact, even in national address, he made the same mistake where, according to Dr. Silver Blyden, where he regard as a mistake. So public mistake for you a public correction. But anyway, not to that's not the main talk point to work out. Now, a brief, let people and just see exactly what this mean for you. Yeah. Now, I know say we all know it is a United Nations. Would I not sabi United Nations? Would I not sabi? We all sabi United Nations. So we're not a Kavokai tell you that United Nations. No, we're not a tell you that. But we don't remind we say the United Nations was founded in 1945 in America. Now, the United Nations get different organs and get the permanent member, the non-permanent member of the Security Council, and then get the General Assembly and many of the UNESCO, UNFP, boku organ. But over the years, since they found this body, and we all know they found for peace and stability in the entire world. Because as you know, there was World War I. People had died, millions of people had died. Then first one at the League of Nations. The League of Nations, then former for one no can a day again. But in 1945, in 1940, from the 40, 41, 42, another war broke back. So the idea of forming the League of Nations, where for preventing war, it not be successful. So the United Nations supposed for guide all the countries then for behave in a peaceful manner. That's not the essence. But central to this, then they preach what? Democracy. Then they talk about human rights and many other things. Perhaps you go ask, why this, what's in all this? This body we'll call United Nations. Since all them former, then get only 5 people in 5 countries then when they take decision. And anything they say, now in final, we then call them the 5 P's. Then get veto power. In other words, all the arrangements what the General Security and the General Assembly go don't do about for passing a resolution, one game member of this particular body can just decide and use a veto, whether America, Russia, France, England, and China. These are the 5 permanent members where now they decide that if they decide for using veto, anything where they talk, now that General Assembly, the body where they talk for the entire world, it no matter, just like Parliament. So one African country not there under. One African country no there na the 5 permanent member the Security Council. 5, only 5. In fact, they say like one continent get 3 people there. United Kingdom, they inside the United Kingdom, they inside the UN Security Council. France, they inside Europe. United Kingdom, they inside Europe. Russia, they inside Europe. China is represented. America is represented. Only Africa is left out for decades. So imagine from 1945 to present, not a single African country did it. So that makes some people and say, this is not hypocrite body. This body is hypocrite because if you not preach about democracy, if you not talk about democracy, don't you not practice democracy, who's kind at the level of that level of the hypocrisy there is too much. Then they spend money to people around the world, big people and countries there, but the very institution where they go and campaign since the former 78 years ago, they're no reformer. In other words, not just for few people there. So the only side where other African countries there, other countries then get and now the what they call the non-permanent members there, where we can apply, we can show interest and then put into vote. Now, this technically, not like for looking to possible conflict on the continent, not the world, and try for support the United Nations Security Council and the body at large for help resolve things peacefully. However, in Sierra Leone, the case, waiting there for we as a country, perhaps the government will look into this now, decide for say, okay, now we don't know this very serious body where they look into security issue. We need for double effort because the biggest problem we're getting at the country today now food security. And perhaps the government will use this for lobby country around the world for bringing food now the country. Maybe this now one because the money we spend for what we go into an hotel be not to free for go around 188 country then try to talk to them. Easy. Money, huge amounts of money, but government not tell me. But we just hope that when they go into this body, where then in fact now 2014, then they officially enter, where they serve for 2 years, but each year they renew the mandate. We hope they go use them. So what's in there in for you? The professor will go, they say international prestige, Salon will get international prestige. But is it actually what Salomon wants? International prestige for what? Yes, we call people and get parable and say respect past Belfool. True, agree. Respect past Belfool. But we same Creole people until we say, but if I made them cook, respect past Belfool, but if I made them cook. If people and then at the country, food no day. Who's kind of integrity, who's kind of respect, what are they talk about, for God's sake? Food, we staple food on arrest, now in the reach 1 million so. When a very, very serious security issue. I think we leaders and sometimes they put them priority state. They need to put them priority state. They need to put them straight. People and get turning issue. I mean, the ordinary person, that that village, no know how this. In fact, the explanation where Professor Francis puts about cleaning women's image, international prestige. I this somewhere I really respect, but and we will go talk for another continent of the world. In geopolitics, in real terms, you economic clout, you economic strengths, now they determine your voice. Salone na poor country, do not live in country. In the sense, we are all over. Few days ago, we put one press release where the government of Salone say they don't succeed for get money from World Bank, IMF, then they hope for get money from World Bank, then they hope money for get from MCC from America, and then they, from the European Union. As long as we dip on this bigger, they know they ever take we serious. The possibility law see another 5 permanent members very, very slim. Even though the one other day when are the permanent members there, they don't express interest for then do the reform. But honestly, law put yourself in this position. You don't go feel comfortable for take bigger man na streets. For take bigger man, for example, couch and I host na dining table on a car is together. You know they feel comfortable. That's the fact. For more than 70 years, precisely 78 years, since they formed the United Nations, not a single African country get the opportunity for go na that Security Council. Usa okay reach na that level when a non-permanent way Salone. This year, na 4 African country, Algeria, Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone, Algeria, Guyana, Republic of Korea, Slovenia, and then they elect. So this one, for me, I just hope say government will use that and think say there is a security, food security there in the country, and for use that space there and lobby for food. Because believe me, if they not address the food security in the country, then go disgrace in that place there. We know they wish that because now this Salone then go represent. But let them think about that. So I think we tap that side there, at least people that don't get fear knowledge. We not can talk about that, but at least Lord just through a basic layman idea about what this mean. Now Lord we read on our text then quick one. Now now this one they come out from Family today. When I not share, not share the program. And also like they see much not shared anyway. This one they come from Jerry Brown. They say Professor Francis should also congratulate the former president, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, for laying the groundwork for the Security Council seats. Yes, government, as they say, continuity. So I don't know why we leaders and they understand this. Then for need for understand, they know, but they know they just take that serious. Now this one they come from Mary J. Where they say yes, that's okay when babies cry, they get what they want. So it's better for APC to be crying baby so they could get what they deserve. It's okay to cry. Interesting, Mary J. All right, this one they come up from this one they come up from Alpha Barrio. They say one team but SLPP, they're not the ever left lie anyhow, then do them, then go. We ready for them. ECSL I go assure una plan they all they go in vain. This one they come up from Aisata Dumbuya. They say, may Allah help us this election. Thank you very much, Aisata, for that prayer. This one they come up from Omar Dabo. They say Mohammed Kone should park like an old car. As a matter of fact, Mohammed Kone should be arrested for corruption. This one, I don't know if I don't read this name. This one, they come up from Jerry Brown. They say, Mohammed, don't thank ECLs for releasing the data. The data is cooked up. Mark my words. The reason for the long delay in releasing it is because ECSL was cooking the data. We not get evidence for that, so we not go subscribe to that. Now your opinion anyway. ECSL members and chairmen must resign soon. This one come from Yusufu. This one they come up from Leah Amla, where they say Mohammed Kone cannot be trusted to conduct this election fairly, credibly, honestly, and without favor. He must made to resign. He has caused so much unnecessary headache in conducting this election. This one they come up from Kelvin Sisse, where they say, "Welcome, my brother. How are you? I hope you find ECSL need to work hard so the people of Sierra Leone will have trust in them." Yeah, that's the point. You know, the ECSL need to make sure say people and know say they're free and fair. I mean, they're transparent and they're neutral. Now, this one they come up from Marcella Fatima Conte. Good evening, TPP. Blessed family. May Almighty God continue to guide you always, bro. Mohammed, for your great job. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God help you. God help you all. This one they come up from Dakar Kagag. Wow, what's that name? This they will know. Is this government transportation the pressure they used to give driver will go? They will do their anyway. This not too clear, Paddy. I don't know. I'll only probably write and clear about. No, see back, but we'll take this one. For me, the way to go to the police, to get the police off the road, if the government provide a lot of transportation to run the country, all the major roads, towns, and villages, there should be a bus for them. All right, I think the traffic can make a point. Okay, thank you. And this one, they come up from our Kumba. Yeah, welcome our Kumba. Good evening to you, or to you as well. All right, so family, seems as if we go tap force the messages here. Lord, we look at within the makers and the social media. Until now, we know then say Alpha Car gets accident. A lot of people will be see that clip there, but seems as if not a true. Lord, we play for that short clip there for us. I don't know if you know this.
Is the commissioner for the Western region.
All right, sorry about that. It's not in. Okay. All right, let's take this one for so they come on from the ambassador, United States ambassador in Salon. While so they search for that clip.
Mina Ambassador Reimer, that bring this message to Una Kabor Misalon Paridam. Mina Ambassador Reimer, that bring this message to Una from the United States Embassy in Freetown. This is an exciting time in Sierra Leone. As the elections draw closer, the United States Embassy urges all parties and leaders to conduct themselves in a peaceful manner. We believe that free, fair, peaceful, and multi-party elections are crucial for the stability and development of Sierra Leone. We urge all candidates to prioritize their commitment to the democratic process and refrain from any action that may incite violence and/or unrest. We encourage all parties and their supporters to engage in peaceful dialogue throughout the election period. To the citizens, and in particular the young people, we're calling on you to exercise your right to vote in the June 24th elections in a peaceful manner. Voting is a collective action that promotes national unity. Una member say, now one alone we get. Una kabor misalon paridam. Mina Ambassador Reimer, that bring this message to Una from the United States Embassy in Freetown. This is an exciting time in Sierra Leone. As the elections draw closer, the United States Embassy urges all parties and leaders to conduct themselves in a peaceful manner. We believe that free, fair, peaceful, and multi-party elections are crucial for the stability and development of Sierra Leone. We urge all candidates to prioritize their commitment to the democratic process and refrain from any action that may incite violence and/or unrest. We encourage all parties and their supporters to engage in peaceful dialogue throughout the election period. To the citizens, and in particular the young people, we're calling on you to exercise your right to vote in the June 24th elections in a peaceful manner. Voting is a collective action that promotes national unity. Una member say, now once alone we get.
Country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, hey, bo, we want for no. We want for no. Wait make we country they go slow. Wait make it all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they die from. If I they try for go before, I beg bo. Do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg bo. Do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so but we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
It's kind of thing that you talk about.
Love play that clip there where until now be no say people and message be they go around on social media where they say Alpha K and Victor Fo then gets bad accident, and that if Victor Fo they leave, if Alpha K they leave now God, if Victor Fo they leave now God. I get some message, I get that information there, but I not get way for verifying. That make I not be able to counter. It be tempting, but I make always define for verify and caution when you get information. If not everything about they send to the count here, go fine with the lost credibility. But so listen, this one will come from the guys themselves.
Alpha Khan, they get accident, they get accident. Now Victor yes. Now Victor this and Alpha Khan this. And I'll do this. And I'll do this. When I say that people tell them them say we didn't at this planet. Let them go other side. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr.
Alive.
There's no like accident.
No accident.
They say you accident.
No accident. Mosquito self are no bang. Mosquito self no bang.
Right? Yeah.
All right, so Fambul, I think Nanani will climax the program. At least when I don't get some information, and tomorrow, hopefully, we will come up with another very, very important program back now. Yeah, as soon as I know this now electionary process, so much information there around. We can just take with time, the tailored information we will be of high quality, high interest. We wanna go gladly for listen to. So if anybody like we get issue with the Cash App, when I not send money there because somebody by the name of let's see, by the name of Florence Mansare, thank you very much. You be the try for send money, but you not go through. So would they urge that let you know send their them blocker you know go. I don't know because you know say you get particularly where you just get then where you just get them up then you need for do some sort of verification business. So I not send money there because you know go so that make you not get for put until we rectify. We will let you know whenever we put her in the proper manner. So Fambulen, we tap here. We'll come back with another very important program. We'll tell you plenty. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, hey, we want for no, Waiting make we country they go slow. Waiting making all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they die pampo. If I they try for go before. I beg, do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg, do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so but we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
Scatter you talk about. I like them.
Thing them like half flavor plaba, political party wahala. Thing them we go make we agba, them put we country pan yakba. Sing along say hey bo, we want for no, Waiting make we country they go slow, waiting making all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we did that, yes, so make we show them thing now we go make we kick boom, thing now we go make we country go before. Mama, yes, so. Tina we go make we grow. Tina we go make we left for go slow. Make baby gladdy for Bobo show. Alright, so if I perform, me on perform. You say for gladdy for watch you watch. If I sing, me young sing. You say for gladdy for dance you dance. Before they do them thing then, Tina we go make we gladdy. Tina we go make we happy. Tina we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing then, Tina we go make we gladdy. Tina we go make we happy. Tina we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so sing along, say hey, hey, bo, bo. We want for no, we want for no. Wait make we country they go slow. Wait make it all they grow. Yes, so oh, I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing there. Thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they die pampo.
We dey pray, but still things not the change. How we go before when we still get evil ways. Let we try to change your ways and let we love for free. Yeah, love one another.
If I do me thing then, you step for try do thing then. Make we all do thing then. Salon prosper thing then. If I let you thing then, you step for let me thing then. Make we all let we thing then. Salon prosper thing then. Before they do them thing then, Tina we go make we gladdy. Tina we go make we happy. Tina we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so sing along, say hey. Before they do them thing then, Tina we go make we gladdy. Tina we go make we happy. Tina we